Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you, in my opinion, the difficulty level of each base in BRM5. First up, Desert. Desert is probably the most attacked base in BRM5, and it's not extremely difficult because most of the AI are positioned in one spot and they don't even move. So you pretty much know where they are at all times. And there's only like 2 rocket launchers, so there's not a lot of special AI out there. There might be like one sniper in that one wave, but honestly, if you know what you're doing and you've rated it before, it's not too difficult. I give this one a 4.5 out of 10. Mountain base is kind of difficult because the AI are most of them in a tent, and that provides some decent amount of cover, and they have like 2 snipers. One of them I often find myself forgetting, that one in the tall like metal tower, and actually if you try and shoot it, it literally falls off the entire tower, so it's not easy to take out some of the special AI, and I often find myself having to search for the last guys, so it's not actually extremely easy to clear. So I would give this one a 5 out of 10 as far as difficulty goes. Utility supplies actually doesn't have a lot of AI. It has one tent that provides some pretty good cover, but if you attack from behind that, you can take the AI out pretty easily, and there's only like, if I had to guess, maybe 15 guys out there. There's not a lot. It's easy to solo, not very difficult. The inside part, I guess, would be a little bit difficult if you didn't know where the AI were, but you can pretty much see them through that glass shield, so it's really not that difficult to raid. I would give this base a 3 out of 10 as far as difficulty goes. Now, Quarry's an interesting base because they actually have more people patrolling than normal around that little loop-de-loop thing. I think they usually have about 6 people patrolling that, and so you're not going to know where the enemies are at all times, and that's a big factor in raiding bases. If you don't know where the AI are, yes, it's going to be way more difficult. And I often find myself missing those guys and then being shot by them. So it's actually quite difficult, but nothing crazy. As long as you stay at a good vantage point and you take them out from above, it's pretty easy. So I would give that one a 4.5 out of 10, just like Desert's difficulty. Now let's talk about Village. Village actually has quite a decent amount of AI patrolling too. Nothing crazy, but I would guess like 7 AI are probably moving around, and they can shoot you through those doors that they're all like probably, I don't know, 5 to 10 of them are in houses and like literally just shoot you through doors when you can't even see them. So it's actually quite a difficult base to raid. I find myself getting down there quite a bit, especially when that wave comes in with the turret. That's not an easy one to clear, so I would give this base a 6.5 out of 10. I think this one's a little bit more difficult than the others. I'm going to go ahead and get the mini bases out of the way. I'm talking about all mini bases because they're extremely similar and they don't have like different waves to talk about. I would give the mini bases like a 2 out of 10. These are really easy to clear, as even like when you back up or if you go in close. Like, they're just easy to clear no matter what you do. There's only like 10 AI, 15 AI total, and they're all extremely close together. Going on to docks, this base is definitely one of the top 3. It has a lot of AI. The base is huge, and I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but every once in a while, when you clear the AI, a door opens, like a really big door, and a bunch of AI come out. I don't think it happens every time, but I've definitely seen it happen in the past. But yeah, I think that base is difficult for that reason, the AI and how big it is, but also that anti-air, both of those anti-air guns. Oftentimes I see people falling for the trick of hopping in there and then getting blown up in the helicopter because they didn't take it out. So I would say that that base is probably a good 7 out of 10. I think I found myself getting down there quite a bit. If you keep your distance, you can do pretty well, but like if you were soloing it, it would not be easy. It would be very time consuming at least. For Ronda City, I would say this base is more difficult than most, but it's nothing crazy. For the first 2 waves, if you stay behind the concrete barriers, you can pretty much shoot between those and it's not too difficult. You'll run out of ammo a lot though and have to switch to your secondary, so it's definitely not easy, and the turrets make things even worse. But that 3rd wave is definitely more difficult than the rest because they come in from all different angles and then they converge on you, and so you're going to get shot in the back even if you're camping behind the concrete walls. So this base is definitely more difficult on the 3rd wave in my opinion, and with all this combined, I would give the base a 8 out of 10 as far as difficulty goes. Alright, moving on to the enemy FOB. This is, I think, maybe not the largest base. Docks might be bigger, but it's still very big, and it has anti-air that you can't even take out. They're invincible, so that's already really good in and of itself. And then they also have, like, a bunch of AI on patrols. Now, it's not a very big patrol. It's kind of like a set course that doesn't go very far, but they have like an army of them that just walk back and forth, and I really like that aspect of the base. It's not extremely difficult to take out since they're all very close together, but hey, there's AI patrolling, so that makes it more difficult. And there's a bunch of rocket launchers and snipers that I find myself missing all the time. I give this base a 9 out of 10. That's it for today's video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching to the end. I actually had to edit this video twice because my editor decided to crash, so if y'all would leave a like, I would very much appreciate that. Also, if you want to join my film crew, that's in the description below. We were the ones that recorded the background footage for this video. So yeah, that's it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.